Hello there. Today I have mini Lego Transformers animated Cyclonus from Team Char, I think. So here it is in its jet mode. So we've got like this. It's like a Cybertronian plane, so it kind of has like a weird cockpit. So that's what this is. Let's focus. So it's like this red front part and all the way. It's just this entire red section down here. There's no way I could have changed this from being an anti-stud. So they have to be anti-studs. And this front part is supposed to be pointier, but it looks better in robot mode. And yeah, the wings are kind of fat, and there's a little bit of this, but that's like more for stability. And here's the bottom side. You can obviously see his robot mode, and there's like this little red detail here. It's actually for his robot mode, but if you, I actually looked on the model, and it's actually just a little bit accurate. It's like little red hover pads, so it's kind of accurate. And the back boosters, whatever they're called, afterburners, aren't like 100% accurate. But I just kept it this way. I thought it looked cool. And honestly, you don't see them a lot on the show, so I didn't think like the major details mattered, but it's close enough. And these are, I also built his swords, which it's basically impossible to take them off without taking the studs off. So, yeah. So here are his swords. You only uses them once in the show, but still decided to include them. They kind of like, yeah, as you saw, they stored the robot mode since they had like nowhere else to go. So this was the original jet mode. Honestly, I kind of prefer it this way because with the gap here, it kind of like it simulates that like on the actual model, like the rest of the gray part of the wing would continue. I just imagined that would be there, but it's not. That just clears for robot mode articulation, but yeah, basically the plane is fundamentally unchanged. Alright, let's get to the comparisons and then we'll transform him. Random stuff. And in his vehicle mode, he's about 12 studs long. And his wingspan is actually 12 studs long too, so I think, yeah, he's actually, he can actually fit in a square. So, yeah, I just learned that. The number of animated builds I have are slowly getting smaller and smaller. Alright, transformation. Let's just do the transformation. So, first thing we're going to do is rotate these. I mean, you can't even see it, but it's kind of hard to do it on camera. But basically, this is the vehicle mode configuration. This is the robot mode configuration. So do that to the other side as well. Just rotate it. For some reason, it's really tight. But let me just take it off and do that. And then you just swivel that to the side, like so. Then do that. And then swivel them up like this. And that, yeah, those are basically his arms transformed. Take this entire section down. Swivel the back arm section like this. Try to get some clearance to swivel this piece up. And then just continue swiveling the arm piece down. And those are his arms done. This is also kind of different from the traditional Cyclonus transformation. I honestly just built this with my own transformation in mind. I actually didn't know how the original transformed. I had like no reference for transformation. I just like thought of it. So let me just continue. Spread this part out a little bit. These are obviously becoming his legs. So that around to get like the details. And this part will swivel to the side and fold back. They'll kind of act as like little wings. These wings are actually accurate on this model. And you just flip the feet up. And that's Cyclonus in his robot mode. And this is probably my favorite mode. Um, I don't know why. Well, I guess I know why. It's just like it's pretty accurate, but like not proportionally. I guess the proportions are kind of, yeah, they're kind of bad because he doesn't really have a stomach. It's just kind of this really thin chest and just his stomach and like like waist. But I still think it looks good. And if you just look at it from a silhouette standpoint, this back part's kind of filled in because of this back piece. So yeah. And speaking of the back, it's the ugliest part. It's not really filled in with a lot of purple. It's barely recognizable as Cyclonus. If I had more purple pieces, there would be more purple back here. But yeah, the front is the best angle to look. Yeah, the ugliest part about this build is probably the head. Once again, I didn't have a lot of pieces, so that's the best I could do. What else is there? You can do the animated stance, so basically you put the legs all the way back. This like purple cheese slope back here will already stop them automatically, and then just bend the legs forward. But not like all the way back, like maybe a little bit forward like this. And yeah, he kind of does the animated stance. And that kind of goes into articulation, so let me just do the articulation right now. Head swivel, full 360, obviously. Ball joint at the shoulders. It's kind of limited though, since his shoulders are really chunky and his chest is kind of blocking it, so. But he still has yeah, full 90-degree elbow bend forward and backward. Well, not 90 backward, but he has a full swivel on his bicep. And yeah, that one falls off. And for the lower part of the body, his legs can swivel out. Maybe at some degree where his arms aren't in the way fully out. Yeah, I just did it right here. That doesn't look right, so. And his chest fell off. That's mostly because the ball joint piece is like, yeah, like I said earlier, there's no clearance. There's not a lot of clearance. As you can see right now, it's like rubbing against those pieces. It like slowly like tears it off like it is right now. But it's still stable. You just have to be careful when you're rotating the arms. And yeah, he also has a swivel at the bicep. Honestly, I don't know what the bicep is. Is this the bicep? Or is this the bicep? Oh, let's just pretend that they're both a bicep. So basically, he has this full swivel right here. If it won't fall off. Yeah, forward all the way. Backward, actually, not so much. But it's still accurate to human anatomy. Even though that argument kind of falls flat when he's an alien, but let's just move on. Yeah, full 90-degree bend. Ball joint at the elbow. That's kind of where he gets his bicep swivel from. And yeah, his feet just move up and down. So he has a lot of good articulation, but honestly, he's kind of clunky, so it's kind of hard to get him in a good pose. I still like it. This build a lot, though. I don't think it has any major flaws. This is probably one of my top 3 favorite builds in my animated line. And then, actually, it's probably more like my top 2. Like, this is number 1 or number 2 for me. But anyway, let me just show off his swords in his hand. I just have like these little like hollow studs right here. I guess they kind of represent his hands. So yeah. He looks kind of cool wielding them. The swords aren't 100% accurate. They're supposed to be more transparent, but I don't even think these pieces come in transparent purple, so Yeah, I guess you also get kind of extra articulation, although it looks ugly. So yeah, let's get to the art, not the articulation, we just did that. Get to the comparisons. Here's Cyclonus with my animated builds. Cyclonus is like maybe like 8.5 studs tall. Here he is with this stuff, and I just realized I forgot about the activator's dirge, but I don't care. See you guys next time.